Good day, dear children. See, y'all already had a council session of Act 3, Scene 2. We had learnt little bit. Anyway, we had a link of the council. So we have completed that Act 3, Scene 2. Now I'm going to that gap tomorrow. This again, the next council class is on Act 4, Scene 1. Between Act 3, Scene 2 and Act 4, Scene 1, there are few scenes. So those scenes are not very important. That must be the reason why the council went for Act 4, Scene 1. But still, we must know the story. Only then we will understand the act of this Merchant of Venice as a whole. So I am taking up that part. Page 106. Act 3, Scene 3. Act 3, Scene 3. Venice, a street before Shylock's house. So, where is the scene taking place? The scene is taking place in front of Shylock's house. Just give a synopsis of what is happening in this scene. Actually, during those times, during the 16th century and all, there were no big big jails. So these people who were caught for these small discrepancies, they were for mischiefs and all, like Antonio. They'll be put in private jails. Private jails means like we are having paying guest facility. So quarantine, we are locked inside like that. These people will be entrusted to certain houses, and the main person, the house in charge, has to make sure that this person doesn't escape. This person is inside that house itself. So that is the jailer. Now Antonio is living in a house with the jailer, so he has requested the jailer because he want to make a request to Shylock. Now you can see how arrogant Antonio was in the first scene. Yes, I will be you. When if you are lending the money, you lend it to me as if you are giving it to an enemy. Very arrogant Antonio was, because then Antonio was very confident that he will be able to repay the amount, whatever amount that he was taking. But now what has happened? All his ships are stuck somewhere. You must be we are not given a clear indication how it is stuck, but it may be, as Salerno said, hit by dangerous rocks, or must be torn apart by the storm, or must be stuck in some shallow seas. We don't know what it is. But we are told that Antonio has lost all his ships and all his merchandise, and he is broke. He is completely broke. This is in contrast to what Antonio said in the first scene 1. He said that my profit does not depend upon one ship. Okay, all the ships have gone. That is really surprising. So many ships, all of them going away. Then second point he said was that it does not depend upon one destination, and that also it seems that all the ships to all destinations have got into some problem. And the third one, he says it does not depend upon the profit of 1 year. And see, now he says, suddenly he says he's broke, totally broke. So maybe what he confessed to Bassanio must have been true. To Bassanio, he says, I don't have any money with me. All my investment is on the ships. So to Bassanio alone, he confided the truth maybe. And to Salerno and Salenio, he just said like that. So it is one lesson that Shakespeare says. You shouldn't reveal everything to everybody. That is not good. That character is not good, revealing everything to everybody. They will use the same thing to retaliate to us later when it is everything to everybody. Okay, Antonio's best friend is Bassanio, so Antonio confided the truth to Bassanio. Now let us come to the lesson. Enter Shylock, Salerno, Antonio, and jailer. Shylock is telling the jailer, look at him. Tell not me of mercy. This is the fool that lend out money gratis. Jailer, look to him. So he is telling, he's pulling a leg of Antonio. Means he is accusing Antonio. This is the person who gave money without interest. Gratis, money gratis means money without interest. You look at him. Now he is coming behind me. Antonio, hear me yet, good Shylock. Antonio's tone has changed. He is pleading with Shylock. Please listen to me. Hear me out, Shylock. Shylock, I'll have my bond. Note that he's speaking about the bond. Number one, speak not against my bond. Two, again he's speaking about the bond. I have sworn an oath that I will have my bond. Where did he swear? In the first scene, in the end of the scene, he says that he's going to the synagogue. There he's taking an oath. Whatever happens, he will make sure this bond is executed. Third time bond. Thou calls me dog. You called me a dog earlier. Before thou hadst a cause, but since I am a dog, beware my fangs. You call me a dog, so be careful about my fangs means the teeth of the dog. You be careful about my dog. നീ എന്നെ പട്ടീനെ വിളിച്ചില്ലേ? പട്ടീൻ്റെ പല്ലിനെ സൂക്ഷിച്ചോ. The Duke shall grant me justice. I do wonder, thou naughty jailer, that thou art so fond to come abroad with him at his request. Duke will give me justice. I'm very sure about it. And I wonder, jailer, how could you take him out to me? നിന്നെ വീട്ടിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് വെക്കാൻ പറഞ്ഞു. You were asked to keep him inside the house and you are walking about, gallivanting, having picnic with him all around. Antonio, I pray thee, hear me speak. Just please listen to me. Shylock, I'll have my bond 4 times. Fourth time, speaking about the bond. Right there, 1, 2, 3, 4 in your book. I will not hear thee speak. I am not going to listen to thee. I'll have my bond. Fifth time he's speaking about the bond, and therefore speak no more. You don't speak anything to me. I don't want to hear anything. I just want to have a bond. I'm not be made a soft and dull-eyed fool. I'm not going to be made a fool to shake the head, relent and sigh and yield to Christian intercessors. So again here racism is there. I'm not going to listen to a Christian and be sorry for you. Follow not, I'll have no speaking, I will have my bond. Fifth time, 5 times he is repeating the word bond, which shows that how much importance Shylock is giving to the bond. Shylock, when he made the bond, he said it is just for fun. What am I going to benefit by this bond? I just want to, it's a sign of mark of friendship. But here we understand by him repeating 5 times the word bond, we come to understand he purposely made this bond. He had this in mind. He knew that he could get Antonio under his control by this bond. Salerno, it is the most impenetrable cur that ever kept with men. He is calling Shylock a lady dog, bitch. That's what a impenetrable cur. I've never seen such a dirty dog living with men. So he is again abusing. Salerno is getting angry. Salerno is abusing, calling names of Shylock. Shylock is not bothered. Antonio, let him alone. I'll follow him no more with bootless prayers. Bootless, useless. I'm leaving. So Antonio is becoming passive. Antonio is giving up. Antonio is just giving up. Antonio says, no, I'm not going to go behind him with useless prayers. He seeks my life. I know. He wants me killed. He's looking for my life. His reason, well, I know, I oft delivered from his forefeatures. Many that have at times made mourn to me, therefore he hates me. So Antonio gives himself the explanation why Shylock is behaving like this towards Antonio. Many a time, many a debtors of Shylock. Shylock means the one who had borrowed money from Shylock. Shylock is a man. He's a blade. Okay, blade means he takes interest for interest. So he used to catch them. these people who had taken borrowed money, if they didn't pay the interest on time, or if they did not pay back the money, Shylock used to catch them, and Antonio used to interfere, pay their money, and help them out of the clutches of Shylock. So that is the reason why Shylock has anger towards towards Antonio. To say it simply, maybe he likes one house, so he asks them to give the papers, the documents of that house, and in return he gives some money. Then he calculates interest upon interest, and finally he says, you either hand over the house to me, or he will say a very big amount, an amount that is unaffordable by that person, and asked to give away that house. Means amass property and wealth. Then Antonio interferes. Antonio makes sure that justice is rendered to this person, pays the money, interest upon interest, all that negotiations are done, and this person gets back the house. So what Shylock wished for, Shylock did not get. So he interferes with the business. So why is Shylock determined that Antonio should be killed? Antonio should not survive in Venice. Why is Shylock determined? According to Antonio, Shylock is so vengeful because Antonio had saved many debtors from Shylock's clutches. So Shylock is taking revenge upon Antonio. Salerno, I am sure the Duke will never grant this forfeiture to hold. So Salerno has put his uh, faith in the Duke, in the justice of the Duke. The Duke is the one who has to give justice, who is the judge. So Salerno says, I'm sure the Duke will set Antonio free. This is unjust, what he is asking Antonio. And then Antonio says, now here, what is the purpose of the scene? The purpose of the scene is to tell us, the readers and the audience, that Antonio is completely trapped. There is no way that Antonio can escape. Antonio has to give his life for the sake of Bassanio. That is a reason for this scene. The Duke cannot deny the course of the law. According to the law, what Shylock says is right. He has the right to execute the bond. For the commodity that strangers have with us in Venice, if it be denied, will much impeach the justice of his state. So it is a law of the Venice was famous at that time for trade, for import and export. So if the law is uh, slightly turned or changed for the sake of, maybe it is justice, but still for the sake of justice also, if the law is changed for one person, the law will have to be changed for many. Then people, if it is changed for one person, people will lose trust in the justice system of Venice. So for the sake of the smooth trade and import and export of Venice, this law has to be implemented. That is, Antonio will have to suffer. Since the trade and profit of the city consisted of all nations, since many nations are trading with our Venice, therefore go these griefs and losses have so baited me. Therefore go, therefore go. No, it's not, there is no way I can be saved. These griefs and losses have so baited me, all these sadness have so affected me, that I shall hardly spare a pound of flesh. I have become very thin, I have reduced so much, there won't be even a pound of flesh to give by the time tomorrow to my bloody creditor. Who is a bloody creditor here? Shylock, who is going to cut out a pound of flesh from Antonio. Well, jailer, on. Okay, jailer, we will go back. Pray God, Bassanio come to see me pay his debt, then I care not. I just want to see Bassanio before I die. That's the only thing I care for. So that scene is over. What was the purpose of the scene? The purpose of the scene was to show that Antonio was completely trapped. And The purpose of the scene was Shylock was giving a lot of importance to bond, and he will make sure that the bond is executed. And according to the law, Duke cannot deny the execution of the bond. Now, the next scene. This is happening in Belmont. Belmont, a hall in Portia's house. Enter Portia, Nerissa, Lorenzo, Jessica, and Balthazar. We will continue in the next class. Thank you, children.